What do you expect the hardest boss for to be the hardest boss for the next Stygian Onslaught? I'm not sure. I think it depends on what you have on your account. I still haven't looked too much into this guy's mechanics, so 18% HP is it 4 anglers that he summons, by the way? Probably, right? Or is it less than 4? Surely it's 4, right? 18% of his HP is what? I mean, okay, in a team that has good AoE, right? In a team that has good AoE, you kill the anglers which have 18% HP, and that makes him lose 20% HP. So it's basically 1-to-1. As long as your AoE is good enough to hit all 4 anglers at once. And if that's what you're doing, then he's basically just a boss with 12 million HP. I mean, yeah. It's like this, but without the 600% attack buff, basically. For non-Nullcry teams that have good AoE. And if you are playing a Nullcry team, if you've got the Lunar damage, then honestly, this is probably pretty free, actually. Right? As it turns out, dealing triple damage and also 60% shred is yeah, it's nice. And 36 energy for fun as well. Skirk can probably kill him. I don't know. I think Skirk is gonna have some trouble here. What about Maoika? Maoika can probably do it if the anglers spawn close enough to one another, but it's gonna be really difficult. I don't think Skirk is gonna be able to properly AoE them. It one-shots after 30 seconds if you don't break the shield. Well, break the shield then. Like, you basically just have to deal 2 million damage in 30 seconds. It's not that bad if you're hitting in AoE properly. But you need to be hitting in AoE properly with pretty much everything, which I think Skirk is going to struggle with. But maybe they spawn close enough that it's not a problem, right? I haven't actually looked at any visuals of this boss, so I'm not sure. But yeah, this DPS is kind of rough. Anyways, this boss, right? I mean, it's not that the overall DPS check is that high for this boss. It's that you have a short period of like an extra DPS check that you need to clear. And without Electro Charge on your team, it can be really rough to get there. And then this boss, yeah, you basically need a Hydro carry. Skirk might be able to do it, but I don't know. Like, it might... Skirk's best team might just be Navilad, honestly. So, I think that depending on the account, any of these 3 can be the hardest. I think that generally Shock Trooper should be the easiest of the 3 for most people. Right? Because I think that if you have the shills for all of them, it's the easiest. And if you have the shills for none of them, it's also the easiest. What about Molani? I'm not sure. Depends on how cooked it is for Mona to break the shield, I think. Because Molani ain't breaking this fucking shield. And if you're not breaking the shield, I don't think you do any damage, right? It's too much res. So apparently this is how they're positioned when they spawn. Skirk is never hitting all of them. Right? Like, if you position yourself behind this one, Skirk hits these 3 probably with most of her attacks, but she's not hitting this one. And 3 is half as good as 4. In case you guys didn't know, that's how math works. If you're hitting 3 of them at the same time, you have to kill those 3 and then kill the next one. So you have to do the damage twice. They are easily grouped, are they? I heard they didn't move. Or do you mean like with Animo units? Because like Skirk can't really use those. Are they staggerable? If they're staggerable, maybe you can, like, push them into each other. It can be groupable, but Venti isn't enough damage? Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a problem. Does Yelan group them? That's a good question. If Yelan's skill is enough to group them enough for Skirk to hit, then Skirk should be pretty good. Otherwise, it'll be cooked. Veritas and Hunt, Yelan tech. Huge. Nah, it's probably not going to be enough. I think you're actually better off using Sack than Veritas and Hunt. Because they need to already be relatively close to one another for Veritas and Hunt to group them. And if they're already close enough for Veritas and Hunt to group them, they're already close enough for Skirk to hit them. The anglers group themselves after the shield break. But the reason why you have to kill the anglers is to break the shield. What? Yeah. Like, the Nullcry characters don't have to deal with the anglers. They just hit the boss, because not, like, lunar damage is multiplied by 3. So the 45% HP is basically just 15% HP, and that's less than the HP of one angler. But the non-Nullcry carries 45% of a 12 million HP boss is a lot, right? That's a lot of fucking damage that you would need to do, right? Like 5 point something million in 30 seconds is going to be rough. 18% is a lot easier to get through, right? Even if you're not grouping the anglers, 18 plus 18, right? If you have to do the damage twice, is still less than 45. So it's still better to focus the anglers. Maybe there's a way that you position yourself where you're hitting 3 anglers plus the boss, and then it shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? You should actually be able to do it by hitting 2 anglers plus the boss, but I don't know where the boss spawns with the anglers positioning. Flynn's is probably going to be hitting the boss and all 4 anglers, isn't he? So he's kind of gonna run through that shit real fast, huh? Boss will break before the anglers do, so it doesn't matter. I suppose that's true, yeah. Yeah, you would want to use Flynn's against the second boss, but you can split up your Flynn's and your Inefa, maybe. Varessa, Nvidia, and Mawika are kind of the only viable options for the Lunar boss if you don't have Nocrai characters. Yeah, is Nvidia even enough damage to do 12 million? Even if he can deal with the fucking anglers? Minus 60 res. I mean, yeah, but is that really enough? 12 million is a lot. With Inefa, probably. Yeah, but at that point, you have Inefa, so you don't have a problem anyways. Right? Right, if you have Inefa or Llama, then who cares? Yeah, you'd also rather use Nevidet on Crab. That's also true. Yeah, who should work well? Like, if they're groupable with Kazuha, Arlecchino should be fine, right? Burgeon? I mean, Burgeon without Llama just doesn't have the DPS to deal with this, and Burgeon with Llama is a Llama team, so, I mean, it's already a Lunar team. You don't, like, it doesn't fucking matter what you do, right? So for non-Lunar stuff, what actually gets through this? Varessa probably does. Molani probably doesn't. I think they're too far away from each other. Maybe Molani with Venti does it, though. I could see Molani with Venti doing it, actually. Molani probably doesn't need Venti. I think they're too far away from each other. It takes too long between bites for the AoE to happen. You can just target 2 anglers and the boss. I think that still takes too long, though. Maybe not. Maybe Sugro's is enough. Yeah, Molani should be able to do it. Who else would be able to do it? Yeah, I guess the Llama teams without another Nocrai character don't do Lunar damage. They do normal damage. So Llama teams that don't have another Nocrai characters would be able to do it. Who else would be able to do it? Probably Nevidet, probably Mawika, probably Arlecchino. Does Razor get there? Shao with his AoE, that's a good one. Right, and okay, buddy. And maybe her AoE isn't that great, but still some AoE. No, you need to understand, right? You need to actively be hitting all 4 of them all the time. If you're hitting 3 of them, you need to do the damage twice. 3 is half as good as 4. If you're hitting 3 of them, you need to do 36% of the boss's HP in 30 seconds instead of 18. It's so much worse. So I don't think Loredo will be very good. Maybe with a grouper you can get there, but I don't know. Nefer will be bad. No, because the Lunar characters don't need to deal with this mechanic at all. Right? This is the alternative mechanic for if you don't have Lunar. If you have Lunar, you're fine. Yeah, Skirk is probably fine. Maybe, hopefully. I think that's mainly it for the non-Lunar stuff. Like, you'll probably be able to get through with some of the other ones, but it'll be a lot closer. Durin carry. Overload carry Durin might be able to get there. Vape carry won't work, because Vape carry Durin is single target. Shock Trooper, I mean, it's same as last time, honestly. Is it the same HP as last time? In Dire? 1719? 1719, yeah, it is. Okay. So I should be able to clear this in Dire again. Now that my Vressa is level 95, it should take less than the 6 hours it took last time. This was more than 6 hours, right? Whatever. Took a while. I don't think I'll be able to do this in Dire, though. And then this with Columbina carry, with resetting for Witsith RNG. I don't think so either. Maybe. Maybe we'll get there, but maybe not. Probably not. If you get Inefa Columbina, you could. I don't think that's enough for Dire. Dude, 3 million HP is a lot. It's so much, man. It's so fucking much HP. Unless Molani works, Crab is tough if no Nevidet, because Ayato ain't clearing it. Yeah, I think Crab is gonna be the most, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Polarizing, I guess? But yeah, that's true. Pretty much everyone has Nevidet anyways, so, like, apparently you can play Molani Freezer as a crab and focus entirely on the small crabs for free vapes. Can you? Because you can't take more than 15% of the boss's HP. So once you've done 30% of the boss's HP, what do? You stare. True.